Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lords of the Night. With me, as always, is the Lord of Pain, Ranting Monkey,
Hello.
and the Lord of Pennies, Satsu 2 cents.
What it do?
And I am your host, Scribe Light, the Lord of Punishment. How are you guys doing tonight?
I like the voice you do when you announce us.
Yeah, I don't know why I do that. I just like, I remember after I did the promos where it's like the Lords of the Night, and for whatever reason, I just think that's more dramatic.
I like it. I like it. Guys, I'm gonna ruin deep topic time just for a moment because I have to bring this up. So I'm looking at the article that I have for deep topic time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for those in the audience, in about an hour, we're going to talk about this. It's 100 ways to make.
Whoa! What the hell?
What was that?
I have no idea. I opened up my phone and like a fucking. Okay, that was weird. All right, continue.
God, I thought a zombie was eating you.
Well, I should have went with that.
Got
one.
him.
Fucking squish.
Anyway, Monkey, continue.
So we're going to look at the 100 ways to make women's lives easier.
Yay!
And this is number 32. Are you ready for this?
I don't know.
Pay for porn.
What?
That's how you make women's lives easier, guys. Pay for porn.
Fuck
How does that directly only benefit the woman?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Male
Does
porn
it pay
star?
for lesbian porn?
Yeah.
I'm turning this shit off till later because I'm going to keep interrupting us if I don't. So,
Okay.
speaking of zombies, Satsu, have you shared with our audience what Squish is going to do in the apocalypse?
I don't think I have. Basically, if I ever die and turn into a zombie in Squishy's presence, she plans on keeping me and preserving me in a cold storage unit for as long as possible because she is 100% convinced that there will be a cure at some point. Also, she can't bring herself to take me out.
Because I love you.
Satsu 2 Frozen.
Satsu 2 Frozen.
I need you.
Speaking of that, guys, if you were looking forward to playing 7 Days to Die with me and Satsu tomorrow, I apologize. I forgot I have a doctor's appointment at 2, and that means I will be out of my house from about 11 till probably around 7 tomorrow.
You know what Satsu didn't do?
What
He didn't
Satsu
retweet. He didn't retweet the stream.
Oh, Satsu.
Did I?
Satsu, you didn't tweet the. You gotta tweet the stream. This is part of teamwork, Satsu. Just so you know. I mean, I know you're new here.
I was still cleaning buffalo sauce off.
Yeah.
I just thought of the best game ever.
What's that?
There needs to be a game where Satsu turns into a zombie. And I go out in my zombie killing ways trying to take out my friend because I know he wouldn't want to suffer. And I'm pitted against Squishy, who's trying to keep him safe.
Oh man, that would be awesome. We need to make a movie out of that.
Zombu 2 cents.
Zombu 2 cents.
Zomsu.
Let's see. So, Monkey Dick, Jim Jones movies. Hit that like button. I'm feeling a little weird. My thing says there's only 75 people watching. Is that correct?
I don't have the page up. I have chat popped out, so I'm not lagging.
There's 75.
We usually have more people than that. What happened today? Is everybody too occupied with the news? The political news? We'll get to that in a second. By the way, hi chat. Hi everyone.
Hey everybody.
We do know that Google was having problems with subscriptions going out.
Oh. Okay.
They said they fixed it, but they've said that before. So,
all right. Well, everybody in the chat, if you have not already, please retweet or share the link to the stream because if YouTube's fallen behind, we got to pick up the slack, which is usually the case.
Star says there's also a lot of streams going on right now.
So. Oh, are there? Oh, okay.
Who the fuck is better than us?
Who would stream against us of all people? Anyway, everybody. It's fine.
We're better than them. Fuck that.
So shall we get into all the schnews today?
Yes, there's a lot.
Oh, man. So I titled this stream the AIDS Epidemic, AIDS spelled AIDS, because, man, oh, man, there were a lot of firings and or resignations today, including AIDS at the White House, or, the bigger people like, I don't know, the Secretary of State.
Yeah.
So this article, I think, kind of summarizes a bunch of things. I haven't read it yet, but Trump signals wider senior staff shakeup soon, as if what happened today wasn't a shakeup enough.
Yeah. Lost Secretary of State. How the hell do you get more shook? He's going to replace Pence.
Oh, that would be hilarious. President Donald Trump signaled on Tuesday he's prepared to dismiss aides with whom he's clashed, including National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster, as he works to surround himself with advisors more aligned with his populist agenda and freewheeling style. Inside the West Wing. It was a TV show for like 9 years. Fuck me. McMaster appeared poised to soon depart following months of speculation about his standing. People familiar with the matter said. Oh, of course. The shakeups come as Trump enters the second year of his presidency, buoyed by economic successes, but weighed down by external distractions like the Russia investigation and ethics blunders by members of his cabinet. Outside advisors to the president have also felt out. I hope they didn't feel up. Potential candidates to replace Chief of Staff John Kelly, a person who has been approached about the position, tells CNN. Wait, so a potential replacement has leaked information to CNN. Don't pick that guy.
Yeah, no shit. Did you get that super chat?
I did not. Thank you, Snubberth. You're not bloody enough for the blood god, Scribe.
That's because Scribe doesn't have a period.
That's true. That is true. Until I guess, all the estrogen and the soaps and things that we use in our environment make me more womanly than I want to be.
Soy boy.
Yeah, I don't like soy. Kelly's departure is seen as less imminent than McMaster's, and Trump publicly praised his chief of staff on stage in California on Tuesday.
Like that's mattered before.
Yeah, this goes on for quite a bit, but here's the short version. Rex Tillerson, the chief of or Secretary of State, was fired today. You know how Rex Tillerson found out he was fired?
By tweet.
By tweet. He didn't even know the reason behind it.
Well, that's speculation.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
The guy who apparently told the news that has been fired as well.
Well, yeah, that was the other thing, and that's where we get into White House fires top Tillerson aide.
Yes.
Hours after his boss, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, was ousted, Steve Goldstein was... that's a weird way to construct the sentence. Let me read it as CNN has written it. Hours after his boss, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, was ousted, Steve Goldstein,
Okay.
The Undersecretary of Public Affairs at the State Department, has been fired by the White House. Who wrote this thing? Elise Labat. Okay, Elise, yeah. Goldstein publicly contradicted the White House the White House account of how Tillerson was fired on Tuesday morning. Goldstein said Tillerson was officially notified he'd been fired from a tweet from President Donald Trump on Tuesday morning, and in a statement said Tillerson, quote, had every intention of remaining, unquote. But wait, okay, lady, I don't know what you're doing with commas here. Let me try this again. Goldstein said Tillerson was officially notified he'd been fired from a tweet from President Donald Trump on Tuesday morning, and in a statement, said Tillerson had, quote, every intention of remaining. You don't need that second comma there.
Wait. Tillerson had every intention of remaining after being fired?
Yeah,
I don't think that's how it works.
That takes moxie, kid.
I don't know, man. That Taco Bell dude.
Yeah, oh, God. A senior administration official said Trump asked Tillerson to step aside on Friday, and a senior White House official later clarified that Chief of Staff John Kelly told Tillerson that he would be replaced, but did not specify the timing. Asked how Tillerson learned of his dismissal, Trump said Tuesday that, quote, Rex and I have been talking about this for a long time, unquote. He specifically mentioned the Iran nuclear deal as an example of disagreement. Quote, we were not really thinking the same, Trump said. With Mike Pompeo, we have a similar thought process. Quote, "This has been an honor of a lifetime, and I'm grateful to the Secretary and the President for this opportunity. I wish everyone well and look forward to getting more rest and perhaps winning an indoor rowing competition. We will see what happens next," Goldstein said in a statement to CNN. An indoor rowing competition.
That's some white dude shit to say.
That's some rich person with shit to say. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so there was that. So Secretary of State's fired. The chief aide to the Secretary of State is fired. Then, or actually, I think slightly before, but in the same day, Trump's personal assistant fired over security issue.
Mm-hmm. Saw that.
President Donald Trump's personal assistant, John McEntee, was fired and escorted from the White House on Monday after being denied a security clearance over financial problems in his background, according to senior administration officials and people close to the former aide. People close to Mr. McEntee said problems related to online gambling and mishandling of his taxes prevented him from gaining the clearance necessary for the role. Well, how the hell has he been serving in the White House all this time? The Secret Service is investigating Mr. McEntee for these issues, according to law enforcement official. I would have thought that you would have to be vetted and blah, blah, blah before you even got a job at the White House to have any kind of security clearance.
You're supposed to be.
So somebody, and we've seen this a couple of times now where like people's security clearances have been questioned or denied, or I don't get it. I thought some of this infrastructure for transitioning into the White House was kind of already established for people ahead of time. There were protocols in place. So,
well, it's up to the FBI to look into this. So,
yeah, that's true.
With Russia
and Comey. Let's see. And then the other thing, we didn't have a firing so much as a resignation, which was interesting. U.S. Department of Homeland Security responds after San Francisco ICE spokesman resigns. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security is responding after the chief spokesman for ICE in San Francisco quit his job. James Schwab told the Chronicle on Monday that officials, including U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions, repeatedly said roughly 800 immigrants escaped arrest because Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf's February 24th warning because... Oh, God, the way they construct the sentence. Said roughly 800 immigrants escaped arrest because Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf's February 24th warning about the 4-day operation. No, you have to add something on there like escaped arrest. Never mind. I'm never going to talk about it. Schwab understood the number to be lower, and he didn't want to deflect media questions about it. Schwab said statements were misleading because the agency would never be able to capture everyone in the Northern California target list. ICE issued a response Tuesday. Well, they might have been able to if they hadn't been tipped off.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know how long that operation was supposed to go. They might have collected 10 guys on one day and 20 guys on the next and so on. But
didn't they round up a couple hundred as it was?
Yeah, it was like 230 something.
Yeah. So kiss my ass. They couldn't. Okay. Yeah. Maybe they wouldn't have gotten everybody, but up to 800 more disappeared into the night because of that twat.
Thank you, Snubber. Think, Scribe. He gambled. He owed somebody. For all we know, he'd the unnamed source. He's the unnamed source being paid to fuel his addiction. Yeah, who knows? I mean, I'm not saying it was wrong to fire him. I'm just saying that he should have been hired in the first place because tax problems and online gambling, I doubt he started right after Inauguration Day.
Well, maybe that's how he celebrated and it just went too far.
I suppose. Let's see. ICE issued a response on Tuesday. Quote, even one criminal alien on the street can put public safety at risk. And as Director Homan stated, while we can't put a number on how many targets avoided arrest due to the mayor's warning, it clearly had an impact. While we disagree with Mr. Schwab on this issue, we appreciate his service and wish him well. The mayor praised Schwab. I commend Mr. Schwab for speaking the truth while under intense pressure to lie. Yeah. So
ICE spokesman quit.
The spokesman quit. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because he didn't want to lie or perpetuate falsehoods or something.
I hope he gets run over by an illegal, but not killed.
Let's see. And the only other news that really stands out right now, I guess. I mean, there's some other things, but I'm sure MSS News people have it covered. There's a election going on in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, do we have updates on that yet?
We do. So right now,
Scribe, you missed a super chat, FYI.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Snubber.
I missed Terry Diamantis. Thank you. Some periods for Scribe if he needs them. ... Thank you. I appreciate that. I got Snubbers though.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, I read it.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Terry. The $2 ones, they just zip by, and if I don't see them, let's see.
YouTube needs to fix that shit.
They really do. Whether it's $1 or even as low as $1, if somebody donates money, I should be able to get a notification and see it.
Yeah, put it up top so we can see it.
Let's see. So Pennsylvania. What the fuck? Pennsylvania election results. So with let's see, with 45% of the vote in, the Republican Lamb is ahead at 53.6% over Saccone, the Democrat, at 45.6%. I have no idea.
Saccone is Trump's guy. Those got to be different. Those got to be.
Oh, they have the colors. They have. Oh wait, I always forget that blue is Republican, or that blue is Democrat, and that red is Republican. I always get those switched in my mind. I apologize. The Democrat is winning right now. I apologize. Let's see what we're covering here from CNN. Why it matters. That's what I'm curious about.
Doesn't.
Republicans are hoping to prevent the district that Donald Trump won handily from falling into Democratic hands. And of course, they're making this all a big, editorial on Trump as whoever wins this. And I don't care.
Yeah,
it's one district in Pennsylvania. Oh my God.
And the Republican who's running he's the one I talked about the other day, where the party is pissed off at him because he won't do any fundraising. He's very low energy.
Right.
What they did is they went out and they found a veteran, which is nice. I mean, good, but he's not a politician, so yeah, he'll probably lose handily.
Now 47% is in, and the Democrats still winning. Lamb. I'll refresh this as the night goes on in case people care. I know maybe Gutenberg cares because it's in his territory.
It's so funny, like the people are surprised that when Time Magazine wanted to make Trump like Person of the Year because he was like the most talked about person. When they won't shut the fuck up about him. Like when he is included in literally everything, Trump is tied to pretty much everything that happens today. And people are like, well, I don't understand how they think he's the most influential person. I'm like, because you won't shut the fuck up about him.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about the news cycle just making everything. I mean, and don't get me wrong, there's some truth to the political landscape being centered around for or against Trump and Trump policies and everything else. You can't avoid it. But then the exact same was true of Obama and Bush and every president that's gone backwards, because that's just how it works. It's an indictment of the Reagan administration if you vote for this guy versus that guy, whatever.
Speaking of going backwards, did you guys see the video of Hillary?
No.
On India Today or whatever it was?
No.
She was talking, she was in India where she fell down the stairs again.
Uh-oh.
And then she was on some talk show, and she's discussing why she lost. And she says, if you look, she won all the progressive places on the coast where there's money being made, and I'm paraphrasing here, all the backward ass places in the middle voted for Trump. And she says that they didn't want they don't want blacks to have freedom, and they don't want women to work.
Yeah. Well, I pulled up an article on it. What?
Real quick, Ace Phoenix said, I just sacked from my job. I hope you guys can make me feel better.
What?
Well, you don't have to go to work tomorrow.
Yay! You can sleep in.
Sorry to hear that. I hope you find something to replace it soon.
Yeah, it might be the thinnest of silver linings, but it's one.
Wait till deep topic time. I'll set you up.
Let's see. So Hillary Clinton's trip to India is evoking memories from her failed 2016 bid for president as the Democrat makes headlines for blaming racism and misogyny for her loss while taking stumbles in front of the cameras. During her appearance in India over the weekend, Clinton claimed she lost the 2016 presidential race in part because white women didn't stand up to the men in their lives, pressuring them to vote for Donald Trump.
I forgot that line. Yeah, the white women only voted for Trump because their husbands made them.
Quote, "We do not do well with white men, and we don't do well with married white women," Clinton said at a conference in Mumbai, India. Well, maybe you don't do well with married white women or married women in general because you stayed with a guy who cheated the fuck on you and mistreated women, and you put up with it and also attacked women that he had abused. I don't know. Just
do you remember when Hillary beat Bill Clinton?
Thank you, Gregory Hurst. Stairs. You and Hillary have a common enemy, monkey. Ha!
Yes, we do.
Let's see. We don't. Okay. Quote, "And part of that is an identification with the Republican Party and a sort of ongoing pressure to vote the way that your husband, your boss, your son, whoever believes you should." So women are weak against men. Okay. Thanks, Hillary. I appreciate that clarification.
Only Republican women.
And white women. Sorry. Republican white women are weak against
women. Now, real quick, if they're Republican women,
yes,
don't you think they were likely to vote for Trump anyway?
Hello.
I don't know.
Not only that, like maybe they twisted it a little bit. Maybe what they were saying is her demonstration today was to do a live, realistic demonstration on why she lost. Like maybe not explain it, but like reenact it. Maybe that's what it was.
And it's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it was a reenactment. There you go. Make it.
Clinton had been asked why about 52% of white women voted for Trump, despite the Access Hollywood tape showing him using vulgar language in the days before the election.
Oh, no.
Not vulgar language.
For any of the women out there, just so you know, sometimes guys use vulgar language.
Sometimes women do, too.
Yeah. Hi, Weebo. Oh. Interviewed on stage by India Today editor-in-chief Arun Puri, Clinton accused Trump of running a quote-unquote backwards campaign that appealed to racists and misogynists. Quote, "I won the places that represent 2/3 of America's gross domestic product," Clinton said. "So I won the places that are optimistic, diverse, dynamic, moving forward." And his whole campaign, Make America Great Again, was looking backwards. She claimed Trump's message to voters was, quote, "You know, you didn't like black people getting rights. You don't like women, getting jobs. You don't want, to see that Indian Americans succeeding more than you are."
Yeah.
During the campaign, Clinton apologized for her basket of deplorables remark, where she argued Trump's supporters were driven racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamic beliefs. Okay, you screwed up that sentence, Fox News. Meanwhile, the American Mirror published video online showing Clinton slipping twice as she fell down the stairs during her tour. Yeah, so basically, short version is, it's still not my fault.
No, it's racists and men and bad women.
Yes.
So her ability to stand up is about the same as her ability to hold the narrative.
Yes.
Or hold office.
Or hold office.
Have you ever seen a presidential loser spend this much time talking about it?
Well, I haven't seen a presidential loser being given as much airtime as Hillary Clinton. I mean, I can't remember them spending any time with John Kerry after he lost. No. I can't remember them spending any time with John McCain. It was all Sarah Palin after that. No, once you lose, you bow out of the spotlight gracefully and get out of the way because you were not chosen. Anyway.
But she would have been chosen if it wasn't for them white bitches.
Yeah, and those racist, homophobic misogynists that all voted against her.
I fucking love that. Yeah. Women only voted the way their husbands, bosses, and sons told them to.
So we live in the 1950s then, where all the women are deferred to their husbands, and okay.
Yeah, and Joyce pointed out Al Gore, and England did too. Yes, but that was a special case due to the closeness of that election and how it ended up being decided. But even after it was finally decided, he disappeared like they all do. One, it takes a massive ego to overcome that kind of loss. Have you ever thought about that? To have half the country vote and say you're an asshole?
Well, especially next to Donald Trump. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, whoever you were, if you lose to Donald Trump and whatever you might say otherwise about Hillary, she was an actual politician. She was an actual,
Sure.
public servant.
Bad one, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, but she has been in several ways an actual serving public servant in government, in office, in her resume. So, as compared to a game show host, I think anybody would feel devastated if that happened and they had any kind of a resume like Hillary Clinton.
See, if you look at how Hillary has never done anything herself, that's just fact.
No.
I mean, she came to the national spotlight riding Bill's cum-stained coattails, and she won the Senate in New York just because she ran. It's not like she had any great policy proposals, and she didn't do shit when she was there.
It's true.
And then after losing in 2008, she was just gifted Secretary of State with no fucking basis for her getting that job.
No.
I mean, she has literally just been handed it the whole time. And every time she's had to seriously run a campaign, she's lost. She lost to Obama, and then she lost to... I saw a great tweet today that said, all Hillary had to do was be more likable than Trump, and she couldn't pull that off.
Yeah. Right. That's literally the only thing she had to do was not be a piece of shit. Or at least pretend not to be a piece of shit. Like, that'd have been helpful. Nope. I'm just like...
But anyway, yeah. That's all I had on that.
Let's see. How's the Pennsylvania thing going? We have 61% in. The Democrat is still winning. 52% to 46. I think it's probably going to be a shutout.
Yeah, they've been expecting Saccone, or the fuck you say his name, to lose for a few weeks.
All right. Do you guys have anything, or shall we move on to the MSS Schnuzz?
I think we should move on to the Schnuzz.
Alrighty. Guys, if you have news stories you'd like us to share on the air, please send them to us via Twitter using the hashtag MSSNews. Can't promise we'll get to them all, but we'll look at as many as we can. And let me scroll down.
While you're doing that, just if you really want to know what happened to Hillary's campaign, all you have to know is that at one point they literally announced they planned to be more spontaneous.
Yeah,
that is fact.
If you want to see or hear as much of the inside as you're probably going to get from a mostly unbiased source, there's a great book out there called Shattered, Inside Hillary's Failed Campaign. I have the audio book, and just listening to all the shit that went on behind the scenes throughout the campaign, and just how mismanaged it was, and how people were willing to confess this so long as they maintained their anonymity, it's nuts. So if you want to see how not to run a campaign, read or listen to that book. Let's see. What do we have here? This one comes from Jack the motherfucking Cockring. College student kicked out of class for telling professor there are only two genders.
Yeah. Sounds right.
I can't remember if we talked about this or if I read about this, but I remember...
Let's see. A religious studies major was barred from Christianity class at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. What? Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Wow, it's like stepping through a portal through time or something.
This was a Christianity class?
Yeah, Christianity class. Okay. For saying during class that there are only two genders. This is the guy we talked about, Lake Ingle. That's right. Oh, we already talked about this story.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was, but yeah, we already talked about this one. So thank you, Jack. Moving on. This is sad. Oh, this comes from Joys of Sorrow, ironically enough. Dog reportedly waits months outside hospital for dead owner to return.
Oh.
It's been said that dogs are a man's best friend due to their unwavering loyalty, and one dog in Brazil is proving that his friendship is forever. More than 4 months after his owner was rushed to a hospital in Sao Paulo, an unnamed dog continues to wait outside the Santa Casa de Novo Horizonte hospital, the last place he saw his best friend. The dog's owner, a 59-year-old homeless man, was fatally stabbed in a local park. The pooch reportedly rushed to the hospital and has been waiting outside the entrance for his owner to return. Oh, God. Quote, he would let people pass by very politely and then lay right back down again. The hospital said he was educated and tame. The dog reportedly lays outside the hospital's reception office on a rug and stares inside. Occasionally, staff said he'll leave in search of food and eventually come back. Oh, man.
They should have fed the guy to him.
Oh.
Then they could be together forever.
Thank you, Gregory Hurst. Hillary's the child star who can't handle not being famous anymore. Just fade into obscurity before you inevitably appear in a Sharknado sequel. And thank you, England DG. Google Syrian refugees hotel Canada furry. I don't know if I want to, England. Can one of you guys do that for me? And tell me what you find?
I got it.
Okay. Let's see. Ellie, the enthusiastic elephant, sends us this one. Conan O'Brien suggests an alternative new tagline for Fox News. Okay. Let's see. On Monday, the Conservative Network unveiled a new slogan, Real News, Real Honest Opinion. O'Brien, however, suggested an alternative, which I can't read because it's in a video. So maybe someone can put that into chat for us so you can tell me, because I can't watch the video right now or play it for you.
Okay, I have this story.
Okay, go ahead.
Syrian refugee children dance with furries after being placed in the same hotel as Vancouver Convention. It's kind of like they think they went to Disney World. Syrian refugees resettled in Canada, and a group of people dressed up as animals created a surreal and heartwarming scene of acceptance after they found themselves at the same hotel. The recent arrivals are being housed at the Executive Airport Plaza, the Vancouver area hotel that also just hosted the annual gathering of British Columbia Furries, a fandom where participants create their own anthropomorphic animal personas. Yeah, that's basically it. It's these Syrian kids ended up at a hotel where they were having a furry convention, and they loved the fact that there's a bunch of people running around dressed like animals.
Great.
That's cute, though. I mean, good for them. That's a good way to be. I mean, if they are actual war refugees, what a nice way to be welcome to a new country.
Right. Like, oh, look, freaks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just don't tell the kids what they do after the lights go down.
Right.
Okay, what's this one?
Jack says, then the Furies said what they planned on doing later, and the refugees tried to murder them. Yes.
Oh, this is disturbing, if true. This also comes from Ellie, the enthusiastic elephant.
Oh.
Ooh, sorry. Oh,
Yep,
thank you,
super
England
chat.
DG. It's better than Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's free, I guess. Uber's self-driving trucks have secretly been on U.S. roads for months.
Oh, that sounds safe.
Yeah. If you've driven on a highway in Arizona in recent months, you may have shared the road with an automated truck without even realizing it. This week, Uber, the ride-hailing network rushing to control the future of automated driving, announced that the company has begun transporting freight using automated big rigs. Yeah, nothing can go wrong with this. The robot-driven Volvo trucks, which include a human backup driver, okay, then what's the point? Have been limited to Arizona highways since they were rolled out in November, the company said. Uber has not revealed how many automated trucks they have on the road or whether they've been involved in any accidents. The company does not have a formal partnership with Volvo, but has instead retrofitted Volvo trucks with their technology. Quote, this is a big step forward in self-driving truck technology and the future of the freight industry at large, the company said in a statement. Though Uber's trucks aren't electric, the trucking industry is on the verge of significant changes as transportation companies such as Uber, Tesla, and Waymo, never heard of them, begin to develop electric autonomous trucks. Okay. Great, robot trucks on the road. We're almost to Minority Report.
Transformers.
Yeah, I can only hope. Roll out. Oh, well, this
See,
one's...
I was thinking more like Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, there you go with the green goblin on the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one is right up Monkey's alley, I suppose. This one comes from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. Colorado family purchases and then eats decades-old cereal bought from local Walmart.
Why?
Box appears to have February 1997 Best Buy date. Okay, Denver 7 viewers may want to take a good look at the expiration dates on their groceries after this story. A Lakewood family bought a box of Quaker 100% natural granola cereal from a Littleton Walmart on Monday. It was the Quaker cereal with oats, honey, and raisins. It wasn't until the Carlyles sat down for a serving that any of them realized something was terribly wrong. Quote, "It looks like February 22nd, 1997, Anthea Carlyle said, pointing to the box's printed Best Buy date. The box appears to date back 21 years. I had about 2 bites and that was it," she continued. Her husband, Josiah, ate a full bowl. "I just started eating and thinking, it tastes funny. It must be okay, though," he said. Of course, Anthea told him. "I was like, Josiah, you're going to be really sick." Fortunately, he's feeling fine and has plans to return the expired box back to Walmart.
I don't buy it.
Gross.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, gross.
How does that even
21
take
years.
place?
In 21 years, that place would have had at least 2 remodels where everything would have been pulled off the shelf. The chance of that happening is so slim.
Yeah. Okay. This also comes from Colleen Bernier. It's a Florida woman's story, looks like. Florida teacher attacks mother and repeatedly punches her in the face at Little League baseball game for wearing short shorts. I want to see a picture of the short shorts. A teacher from Jacksonville, Florida. Is that her? Oh, she's hot. A teacher from Jacksonville, Florida was arrested Friday after getting into a fight with another mother at a children's baseball game. Terry Lee Coursey, a 37-year-old teacher who's looking great for 37, from Clay High School in Green Cove Springs, was suspended following her arrest. Coursey pleaded not guilty to a first-degree misdemeanor charge of simple battery, according to online court records. The incident occurred February 23rd around 7 p.m., blah, blah, blah. Apparently, Coursey criticized a mother for wearing short shorts to the practice, according to the arrest report. The victim said Coursey began attacking her and repeatedly punched her in the face. Yeah, well, she's one of those. When I saw the picture, I thought it said Florida teacher. I'm like, uh-oh, she had sex with a student, didn't she?
Yeah.
She looks like one of those, I got to say. But yeah, so there you go.
This just solidifies a problem we have in our society, and I've got to point this out. We still have that Puritan streak in us. Violence in front of these children, fine, no issue. But a little bit of sexuality, no, we can't have that. In fact, we got to be violent about it.
Especially this teacher. I mean, look at the pictures. She's going to pretty long lengths to look good. So
yeah.
What else do we have? What? Oh, this has to go along as a double feature for the poop knife. This also comes from Colleen Bernier. Why lots of people are ditching toilet paper in favor of a family cloth.
Oh God, I've heard of this shit before.
This shit, huh?
Yeah. Go ahead with the story.
Okay. Most of us have been throwing a packet. This is from UK paper, so they use the terminology. Most of us have been throwing a packet of loo roll into the trolley during our weekly shop for as long as we can remember. We don't even think about it. It's just a pretty boring essential. But lots of people are now making the decision to ditch the loo roll in favor of something new, a family cloth. Users claim they are a cheaper and more eco-friendly alternative, and apparently we should all be using them, but they're probably not for everyone.
Yes, because it's a shitty rag.
They are small squares of cloth which are used in exactly the same way as toilet paper. I'm just going to say toilet paper, except when you're done, they go in a basket in the bathroom rather than down the toilet. Then they're washed and used over and over again. Some people will only use the cloths when they're going for a wee and will still use toilet roll when it comes to number twos, but others use them for everything. You can make the cloths yourself using old clothing, or they are available to buy, and there are surprisingly large variety of patterns and designs on the market.
Who gives a fuck what the pattern is of the cloth you're wiping your ass with?
Mommy, where's my shit rag?
No, I've actually heard of this way back when I blogged. I wrote about this because this has been a push for years from the environmentalists. They call it reusable toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, basically what it is you cut up a cloth and you wipe your ass with it and you throw it in a bag and then you wash it. Which, if that's what you want to do, that's your business. But that's nasty. That's nasty. Just use paper.
Yeah, it's cheap, guys. Seriously.
It's cheap.
I mean, I
it's
know
biodegradable.
A lot of those coupon clipper families, like the extreme couponers or whatever, like in order to save money, I've seen that quite a few times or whatever. But I mean, oof.
And Jesse says this is what we did before toilet paper. Sure. But we're in the modern world. Women used to just roll up a cloth to catch their period. You don't see people pushing for that again.
Let's see. This one comes from Raymond Lewis.
I actually got quite mad when I suggested it in a video.
And the article he sent is Washington Post, which will not let me read it because reasons. So let me...
Oh, BG, that's $1 million idea.
What do you say?
Want to bet there's a Trump face toilet cloth. I could make a mint on that.
Yeah, you could.
You better get on it.
National Geographic confronts its past. Quote, for decades, our coverage was racist. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Months ago, when National Geographic set out to make race the sole focus of its April 2018 issue, it decided to engage in some soul searching. Okay? For much of its 130-year history, the magazine depicted people of color in crude stereotypes.
Wait a minute. See that? Okay. I'm about to flip out.
Okay. Well, give me a second. Let me finish this paragraph.
Oh my God.
Its archives are loaded with pictures of brown-skinned natives gazing in apparent awe at Western technology, articles referring to tribal peoples as savages, and, well, from 130 years ago? Yeah, okay. And, of course, many, many photos of bare-breasted Pacific Island women striking vaguely seductive poses. Those glossy geographics, stacked up in attics and basements, were favorites of more than a few curious young boys with little interest in New Guinea or Polynesia. Yeah, and?
Oh, so they went to a place and took photographs of actual existing humans.
Yes.
That are in their natural state.
Yes.
And they were presenting just stereotypes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
So in preparation for its examination of race, National Geographic editor-in-chief Susan Goldberg tapped John Edwin Mason, a University of Virginia professor specializing in the history of photography and the history of Africa, to dive into the magazine's past. On Monday, she discussed his findings in an editor's note. Quote, what Mason found, in short, was that until the 1970s, National Geographic all but ignored people of color who lived in the United States, rarely acknowledging them beyond laborers or domestic workers. National Geographic, okay. Goldberg wrote, meanwhile, it pictured natives elsewhere as exotics, famously and frequently unclothed, happy hunters, noble savages, every type of cliche. It's not a cliche if it's a reflection of reality, lady. What are you talking about?
So what the fuck did they want them to do? Go over there to these villages, find these people and say, hey, put on this fucking business suit and these other clothes or whatever so we can make what you don't look like. Like, don't live like you've normally been doing and have us make a documentary on your teachings and what's going on with you and have people live over here so you can teach us specifically how you live. This is how you live. And so people over there can say, oh, that's just a cliche. Those people don't really exist. Like what the fuck? People make me mad.
Okay, if the vocabulary...
Wait.
Yeah,
Basically, what they think they should have done is whitewashed them.
Yeah.
That would have been less racist.
If they said something like, you know, the verbiage we used back then was disrespectful, let's say, or was demeaning. Now that I could probably say, okay, well, times change, attitudes change, etc. But a photograph of someone in their, for lack of a better phrase, natural habitat and culture is not a cliche. What the fuck are you talking about? The title of Goldberg's piece put it more bluntly. Quote, for decades, our coverage was racist. To rise above our past, we must acknowledge it. Confess your sins, O wretched creature. God will forgive you if you acknowledge your internal wickedness.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to this article. I'm not going to bother because we got the gist. Us colonizers, man, we're awful.
We are, man.
Let's see. I'm going to do just one or two more here, and then we'll move on to YouTube time. What am I thinking? Oh. Ew. Okay, why not for the gross out before I'll find something happier, funnier to end things with, but this comes from Blind Press. If I can actually get the link to it, there we go. Teacher investigated for feeding puppy to a snapping turtle in front of his students.
Okay.
Idaho. Authorities in Idaho are investigating a junior high teacher who fed a live puppy to a snapping turtle in front of students. Why? KSTU reports that an animal activist and parent at the school said the puppy was sick, but the activist said the puppy's condition was no excuse for feeding it to a reptile. I'm done. I don't care about that one, Almo. That's gross. Thank you, KSE. Those pictures, topless black Islander women did wonders for race relations as all those little white boys grew up wanting to see the real thing. Yeah. How do you know that's not the case?
I used to like National Geographic titties. I ain't going to lie.
Okay, I'm going to find something at least somewhat funnier. Okay, we'll end with this one. This comes from George Mason. Although... Wait a second. Shio Gorath and Mashisu sent us this one, I think. I'll do this one because they were wanting me to read it at the beginning of the stream. Dog dies after airline worker has it placed in overhead bin. What is it about dogs today? We got a sad dog outside a hospital. We got a puppy being fed to a turtle, and now this?
Oh, as I said on Twitter, at least I didn't flush it.
Oh, God. A dog died on a United Airlines plane after a flight attendant ordered its owner to put the animal in the plane's overhead bin. United said Tuesday that it took full responsibility for the incident on a Monday night flight from Houston to New York. In a statement, United called it a tragic accident that should never have occurred, as pets should never be placed in the overhead bin. The dog was in a small pet carrier designed to fit under an airline seat. Passengers reported that they heard barking during the flight and didn't know the dog had died until the plane landed at LaGuardia Airport.
You know why? You know when planes touch down and they make that squeaking noise?
Yeah.
That's the same noise the dog would have made as its neck broke.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's... Okay. Yeah.
What kind of dog owner goes, okay, I'll put my dog in the overhead?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, there's at least two brains working here. The idiot that was the airline attendant and the idiot who put their dog in the overhead compartment free so it could just, slide around or bang against things or whatever. Or suffocate. Who knows? I mean, how stupid. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. The airline is completely at fault here. They're fucking morons. But so is the dog owner. Who fucking decides? Yeah, that's a good idea.
And like I said, I'll end on George Mason's article here. Surprised passengers end up in northern Sweden after plane flies to wrong airport.
Oh no, run.
Nice.
A group of passengers landed more than 1,000 kilometers from their destination after they all got on the wrong flight.
Oh, so it was their fault.
Yeah, it was their fault. The 34 or the airport screwed up their
How
notification.
do you get on the wrong flight?
The 34 passengers on a plane which took off from Sundsvall in central Sweden on Monday afternoon all thought they were flying south to the city of Gothenburg on the west coast. But instead, they ended up in Luleå in the far north. Airline NextJet afterwards said it had been forced to cancel its flight from Sundsvall to Gothenburg due to bad weather on the west coast. The only flaw in the plan was that the information was never divulged to the passengers nor to Sundsvall Airport.
What?
The passengers had only been told their flight had been delayed. So instead of taking off at 5 p.m., they boarded at 8 p.m., scanned their boarding cards, and flew to Luleå, much to their surprise. Quote,
Don't the tickets say where they're going?
Quote, I just laughed. What can you do? Passenger Roger Liverk told Aftonbladet, whatever the heck that publication is. A handful of other passengers who had indeed expected to go to Luleå were instead left behind in Sundsvall, where they were told their flight had been canceled.
Wow. That is a major fuck up.
The passengers spent the night in a hotel in Luleå and were to be flown to Gothenburg on Tuesday. Okay, well. No harm, no foul, I suppose. Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for the news stories. Appreciate it, as always. I know I skipped a few of them, but I think I got most of them. And now it is YouTube time. So our replacement SDA, Satsu, what did you do today? Oh, first, real quick, thank you, England DG. Scribe. Google telling women drink during pregnancy is sexist. Okay. Also, it's not Rothenburg. It's pronounced closer to Rottenburg. Well, I appreciate the correction and pronunciation because I am a dumb American. Just not some dumb American. I'm another kind of.
Was it telling women not to drink during pregnancy? I think I did see something like that.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Thank you, Adabisi. Ahaha, this happened to the guys that were supposed to relieve my unit in Iraq. They somehow ended up in Qatar. No one believes them.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez. Yeah, Qatar is not Iraq, just so you know.
Yikes.
Okay, so Satsu, what were you up to today?
I did a lot today. I uploaded 3 videos on 2 Cents Plus.
Whoa.
Yeah. Monster Hunter came out with some new DLC. They're gonna have Dante from Devil May Cry as a alternate costume that you can have, or armor set on Monster Hunter. So I did something about that. I had a loot crate unboxing because that finally showed up late, and then I uploaded something else Monster Hunter related, and then I did a video on Satsu 2 Cents about, what was it about again? Damn it.
I don't know. You did it.
It was about Black Panther hitting 1 billion
right.
worldwide, and what the implications behind that are. So yeah, go check that out after the stream if you get a chance. And if you like gaming stuff or play Monster Hunter, then go check out those videos.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey, what did you do today?
I spent the vast majority of my day in bed. Other than this, I've only been upright for about 2 hours today, so I got nothing done.
Oh, well, did you get some rest at least?
Yeah, I mean, I slept.
Okay. Well, I hope you have a better day tomorrow.
I appreciate that. I'll live.
So I did a video today. I did a video on something that I hadn't planned to do a video on, but I just couldn't help myself. It's a video.
I was going to do that one too, bitch.
Well, you can still do it. Don't watch mine. Just don't watch mine first.
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload yours with my face over it.
That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. So I did a video on the TEDx talk that I posted the other day to Twitter because I was like, this is so ridiculously dumb. I don't even think there's any reason to commentary it. And as I was sitting at work earlier this morning, and I was thinking about the rest of my day, I thought, I'm going to have some extra time today. And God, that thing just is stuck in my head. A couple things that she said just got lodged in my brain. Like, okay, I got to get this out. So came home, and cook that up. It's a lady discussing the video game industry and, of course, its unfairness, I suppose.
Unfair. Oh God, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Her unfairness, her whole idea, because this is we talked about this briefly yesterday about the idea that if you want to change a game, because this is her premise is, she was in some meeting, and a guy asked, if you want to change video games, why don't you just make your own? And she talks about, how if you Google how to make your own video game, thousands of things come up, but you can't really compete with people because, big companies have fucking lots of marketing. Me and Satsu play a game every goddamn Saturday or Friday, Saturday, Sunday that doesn't have a marketing budget. And millions of people buy all kinds of video. She just has excuse after excuse after excuse why women can't just make their own goddamn thing and why other people have to do the work for them.
Well, I didn't do the entire video. There's sections in there I didn't even touch. Like, she spends a good 4 minutes in there after going over complaining how, her premise is the idea that anyone can create games, okay, and that anybody can learn how to do it because there's all this free information online. There's all these guides on how to do it. There's all these programs and initiatives and organizations out there that are trying to get girls into gaming, or as she puts it, children of color into gaming, et cetera, et cetera. All this stuff is out there, and everybody's promoting the idea that, this is accessible to everybody. But there's still oppression involved in that. That's her premise. And she never, ever, ever provides an example to even support that claim. She continually says, now, to be fair, and then she gives something that basically contradicts her entire complaint. Yep. And then when she finally gets to the point where it sounds like she's about to start talking about examples, she describes the barrier of entry based on the fact that small independent developers have to compete against a glut of other small independent developers who all have to compete against the AAA companies. She never mentions race. She never mentions gender. She just mentions the difficulties of the marketplace. And I'm like, oh, okay, this has nothing to do with what you were setting this up for, so I'm just going to cut it out. Now I'm going to listen to the rest of this talk and waiting for the example, the test case, the showing that despite the fact that everyone is allowed by the system right now to get into games, that it's bad. And it never happens. And I'm just like, fuck. And then I looked the lady up, and I won't ruin the surprise of what this lady's particular curriculum vitae is. But if you watch the video, I get to it at the end. So there's a whole bunch of the video that I didn't even put in because it was just not worth it. But if Monkey's going to do his own version, I suggest Monkey not watch mine first. Do his own thing so we can have dueling banjos, and nobody can, suggest that he was copying me or anything like that. Because we did this one time unknowingly, way back when he and I first met.
Yep.
And it was great because he did a completely different take on the video, and I did mine, and it was wonderful. Anyway, thank you, Chaos Eve. 2 words, Stardew Valley.
Yep.
Cryptic, thank you. Asians create a lot of games. Aren't we minorities? Wait, we white folks now, eh?
There's actually people who argue that, yes. I think it was on one of Andy Worski's streams where he had, I want to say it was Mike Enoch, who was basically arguing that Asians are white. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also a couple of interesting facts she throws out there about statistics in gameplay and the races. Mm-hmm. There was a point at which, because over the day I remembered that part, or I remembered part of it, and I thought I would somehow insert Satsu into that because of one of the points she made, but I couldn't find a way to make it work. So I was going to put in a plug or put in a picture of your avatar in there somewhere, but she said it differently than I remembered it, so it didn't work. So I'm kind of sad about that. But either way,
it ain't the first time I've been.
Well, with this lady, there's even one part. It's near the end of the video where she even brings up Steam, and she just rolls right past it. She mentions it and then rolls right past. Like, bitch, that is how most people in computer gaming, at least, make their money now. You go to Steam, you get into the early access, and you get all kinds of plugs for your game. And there are people. Stardew Valley is an excellent example of that. But if you want to go back even further, I think it was the game Two Worlds. Is
Mhm.
it Two Worlds?
Yeah.
Was made by a husband and wife. That's it. They had no big studio behind them. This stuff happens all the time. And what she's basically arguing about is that people fail. You know what? That happens in every fucking industry.
Yeah.
Right. To both males and females. So
Yeah, I mean, half the time in there where she's bringing stuff up, and I said this early on in the video, I said, this is a question that'll be hanging over this entire video. How much of what she's complaining about is a result of personal choice, and how much of it is a result of actual, like, intentional barriers in this industry, like discrimination or something? Provably so. And, you know, we never get there. Also, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, because I watched the thing once all the way through, and only dealt with a couple of sections in the course of making the video. I don't think she ever mentions the name of a single game in that video. She mentions Steam. She mentions Unity as a programming tool for making games and things. I don't think she ever brings up an actual game title.
For the record, I've used Unity to make a Ranting Monkey game.
Yeah.
But nobody will ever see that because that's just for me. My family has seen it, but
anyway, so that's what I worked on. Look forward to Monkey's take on it, and after he's done with his, you can watch us both and see how we both did our work, so to speak. Sorry.
When I watched that video, I just got so annoyed because she was so fucking idiotic. Anyway,
and other than that, I've still got a couple others that I'm looking at in the queue, and I'll be looking at those this week. So. All that aside, we're right on time for Deep Topic.
Well,
sorry. YouTube drama. YouTube drama. I apologize. That was kind of drama. What YouTube drama do we have today?
The only drama I paid attention to that I noticed, and I don't know what's going to become of it, is Medicare is arguing with Karen Strawn.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they were arguing last night. She was picking at him, and he was firing back, and eventually she's like, oh, I still haven't got an invite. And Tonka sent out a tweet going, you're invited, balls in your court. So might get to see for those of you who don't know, on the Bloodapalooza, which by the way was a spectacular failure. Medicare was on there with, I think it was Allison from the Honey Badgers. And it was just a shit show because she was supposed to be there to defend Dr. Randomer Cam.
Okay.
Randomer Cam and Jim have been going back and forth for months, maybe even a year at this point. But Randomer Cam won't talk to him live. So Allison was supposed to come on and stand up for him. And instead, what she did was come on to plug her stuff, which I don't blame her for doing. But Allison's not as good a speaker as Karen is. So that's one I would actually watch. If Karen and Jim go at each other, I will be there watching that one.
Yeah, I mean, Karen stood up to Cenk, for God's sakes, which is, you know, I mean, not that, you know, standing up to Cenk is exactly, climbing Mount Everest or something, but all the same, she kept her cool against Cenk Uyghur, so.
Yeah, she's old hat at this, so it would be pretty interesting to see those two go head to head.
Yeah.
And I forgot about that. Andy spent $1,000 to trademark liberalist. So sorry. Yeah.
Seriously?
For the record, I don't think Andy was smart enough to come up with that on his own, but whoever talked him into that is a fucking genius.
That's hilarious.
Because it is just set off Sargon's folks. They're talking about suing him and shit. Like, you fuck off.
Does copyright extend overseas?
It depends. It really depends.
Okay. Not that I care, but
I like how all the logos and mascots or whatever for it are dick chicks. I'm just like, dude, that is so fucked up.
He's requested the trademark. When I got mine, it took almost a year. So I can't believe he's got it already with liberalists just being brought up, in December or whatever it was, January. He just applied for it.
Oh, you have a copyright?
I do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my monkey is copyrighted.
Oh, okay.
That's why when somebody asked if they could use it for a game, I'm like, no, you can't. Sorry.
Unless you pay me a bunch of money.
Yeah. If you want to meme it, I don't care though.
Okay.
Nut says it was Medicare. Yeah, that makes sense that Medicare came up with that.
Sure.
Medicare is a smart guy.
Medicare came up with the Yiannopoulos privilege grant the title for that back when that
Yeah.
was a brief thing that never really went anywhere. Okay, well, then I guess if there's no other YouTube drama, we can get to Monkey's much advertised deep topic.
For those of you who missed it at the top of the show, our deep topic for tonight is 100 ways to make women's lives more bearable.
Bearable, I rate there.
And for the record, somebody had linked me Gadsad's latest video, and that's where I got this list from. So make sure you go watch his for his commentary on it. But, oh, God. You guys ready?
Boy. Yeah, I'm just about as ready as I'm.
Before explaining something to a woman, ask yourself if she might already understand. She may know more about it than you do.
Oh.
Now, I have a problem with it. This is, the whole mansplaining thing. Are we just supposed to let women do stupid shit and fail horribly?
Yes.
Yes, because then they will come running to us for comfort.
Oh, hang on. I gotta. Sorry. I'm almost done. There we go. Number 2, related. Never ever try to explain feminism to a woman. You know why? Because they won't understand. Number 3, trans women are women. Oh, bless you. Trans women are women. Repeat that until you perish.
Bless you.
Bless you. Gad brings up a great point on this one. If trans women are women, and you can believe that if you want to, you can repeat that until you're blue in the face. But if you want to have like a family and you're a man, you're not going to be able to make babies with them.
That's right.
You're going to need a woman, an actual woman.
Repeat it until they get pregnant.
Just keep saying it. Number 4, respect people's pronouns. It's not hard. Here's one of my favorites. Number 5, remember that fat women exist and aren't all trying to get thin. Treat them with respect.
Okay.
This is supposed to make life bearable for women. Does that help skinny women at all?
Nope.
I want to find that one. Let me see. Oh, trust women. When they teach you something, don't feel you need to go and check for yourself. And especially do not Google it in front of them.
Never trust, don't verify. I got it.
Yes, always trust women.
Yeah, they can't be wrong. So, I mean, why would you have to go look and try to figure out if they're right or not?
How desperately do women need to be treated like children?
Have you listened to feminism lately?
Oh my God. Be kind to women in customer service positions. Tip them extra, but not in a creepy way.
Oh God.
Tip them extra, but don't be creepy about it.
Yeah, what is the creepy limit? Because what standard is 15%?
Yeah, I guess if it's as much money as it would take to get a blowjob, and you give them like a look, that's probably the way.
So that they're advocating for inequality with that, right? Tip them more, because equality.
Close your legs on public transit. Yeah, fuck off. Trying to describe a woman positively, say she's talented, clever, or funny, not gorgeous, sweet, or cute.
But what if she's neither of those things and all of the other?
Well, then you're not allowed to. If you don't have something positive, well, I don't know how that works now.
Yeah, because they're all positive, but it's just like...
You got a super chat there.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Sanguine. Is announcing the fat woman's presence by tuba solo respectful? I mean, horns used to signal royals, so is that okay then? Or is that okay? Yeah. It's okay. Define okay. In a humorous way, yes. In a you're going to get your ass kicked for it? Yeah.
That's only if she can catch you.
Yeah, that's true too. If you run fast.
Examine your language when talking about women. Get rid of irrational, dramatic, bossy, and badgering immediately. And number 13 follows this immediately. Don't think to yourself, I describe men like that too. A, you probably don't, and B, if you do, it's to criticize them for acting like women.
You could just tell people that?
Yes.
Like, you don't, but if you do it for the reason I tell you to.
You do it for the wrong reason, yeah.
Yeah, like, oh my god, people like this. Oh my god.
Think about how you describe young women in your family. Celebrate them for being funny and smart, not for being pretty and compliant. Who the fuck? Okay, unless we're talking like old Japan, who is out there telling their little kids, you're such a compliant little child?
Yeah. I love how you don't say no ever. That's one of the greatest things about you, little one.
Examine the way you talk about women you're attracted to. Fat women, old women, queer, trans, and powerful women are not your guilty crush. No, midgets are.
Yeah.
I like midgets, but I do know people who like fat. Man, that my cousin's one friend, he liked big bitches. We went to a laundromat when I stayed with him one time, and there was a girl there. She must have been pushing 4, and he was all over that. Nailed her that night, in fact.
Pushing 4?
4 bills, 400.
Oh, I was like,
That bitch was fat.
Okay.
She was as wide as she was tall, and he was all over it.
Yeah. No.
Look, man. Whatever.
Learn to praise women without demonizing other women. You are not like other women is not a compliment. I want to be like other girls. Other girls are awesome.
Tell women not to do that to other women first before you tell guys not to.
Oh my god.
If you read stories to a child, swap the genders.
What?
Watch women's sports and just call it sports. It's not sports. It's women's sports. What? Oh God, we've seen this time and again when like a professional team will get beaten by like a high school boys team. Yes, it's sports, but it's girls' sports. Sorry, ladies. Most of you can't compete with men because you're not us.
That's why the standards and the rules are different depending on the sport.
Yeah. Oh, here's one. It's General Leia, not Princess.
Oh, fuck you. She's still a princess.
I love that.
That doesn't go anywhere. She's royal forever.
Cast women in parts written for men. We know how to rule kingdoms, go to war, and not be, and wait for Godot.
Actually, it's General Solo, to be honest.
That's true.
Or Organa Solo, if you want to do the hyphenated thing. So, yeah, fuck you.
Then we had pay for porn. Recognize that sex work is work. Be an advocate for and an ally to sex workers without speaking for them. So go buy a whore, guys.
Oh.
But if you do, that's objectifying women, and you're a terrible person. So support them, but support them by not supporting them.
I'm all for legalizing whores. True story. I don't understand why it's illegal. It's our Puritan background that does that shit. But I just love that sex work is work. Like she's building a house while she's waiting to be fucked. Understand it was never about ethics in journalism.
Oh
God,
okay.
Really? Gamergate.
You got a couple of super chats there, and then we'll go on.
All right. Thank you, England DG. Do you know how Pat made U10 a top team for so long? Not a joke. She had the girls scrimmage against the boys who couldn't make the men's U10 team.
Yeah.
There you go. And thank you, Sanguine. Sex work is work, but her application was denied. Nice.
No, I have a friend back when he played junior high football. The only people they had to practice against was their high school team. Mm-hmm. Their high school team wasn't that good, but their junior high team took state.
Okay.
Because they were playing against, basically adult men at that point. So, yeah, if you want to make them better, have them play against boys.
There you go.
Speak less in meetings today to make space for your women colleagues to share their thoughts. If you're leading the meeting, make sure women are being heard as much as men.
Well, at least they said as much.
What if they are so docile they can't speak up themselves? Maybe they don't belong in the meeting.
No. Yeah, well, women are too stupid and too scared to speak up on themselves. So make sure you force them to talk.
Yeah. Janet, what the fuck do you have to say?
Thank you, Cryptic. The women Olympic hockey team train with high school teams. They just won gold. There you go.
Yeah, it's women's hockey. Put them up against the boys from the NHL. See how they do.
Yeah, exactly.
Got another one there.
Thank you, Gregory Hurst. And if you follow this advice, you'll never want women around you ever again and will recoil at the sight of them. What's the opposite of a PR department?
Yeah. For the record,
Department of Fear.
this is 100 things to make their lives easier, but it also says, if you need it, we have more.
Oh, good.
Bless you. You have the cutest little sneeze. Did you hear her? Achoo. If a woman makes a good point, say, that was a good point. Don't repeat her point and take credit for it.
What? Who? Okay. I want footage of someone doing that. I want to say, like, in a meeting. In a meeting, I want to see where someone says, blah, 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 blah. And then the guy at the end of the table says, blah, 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 blah. I'm totally a genius.
Yeah.
And if someone does do that, I want to see them get away with it with all the other thinking individuals in the room. Give me a fucking break.
Promote women. Their leadership style may be different than yours. That's probably a good thing because you suck.
Yeah. Their leadership style might be different than yours. If it happens to be of a lesser quality, we're not supposed to say anything because that would hurt their feelings.
Yeah, and you know women are too weak and stupid to, be able to handle that type of criticism.
Well, working at Walmart at least, and I realize this is probably more Fortune 500 kind of crap, but the women that got promoted to like department manager, which is below their actual managers, tended to go into their job and just do their job. Once they got promoted to actual management, they became such cunts. Like they had to prove how tough they were.
Well, we learned yesterday from the mayor of Nashville that when you have to start acting like a man, you become awful.
Yeah, that was that masculinity seeping into her soul as she rose through the ranks.
Thank you, Sanguine. Gregory, I think the opposite of the PR department is the diversity officer. You don't know how right you are, Sanguine, especially with the way things are going.
Open doors for women with caring responsibilities by offering flexible employment contracts.
I thought that meant literally opening doors for a second. I was like, oh, chivalry? Sure.
No, that's sexist. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. My bad. Benevolent sexism, as I was told.
Yeah, there you go.
Another super chat. Man, people are liking this part.
Thank you, New Fate 26. At work, so just swinging by to say hi and send well wishes while we're slow. Oh, okay. Well, I thought you meant that we were slow in thinking or something. But no, I'm glad it's slow at work because it's better to be slow at work than too busy. Although, it makes the time go by quicker. Depends on what job you're doing. But hi, New Fate. Hope things are well.
If you meet a man and woman at work, don't assume the man is a superior for literally no reason.
But you should assume that women are superior for literally no reason.
Oh, okay, so literally no reason. So if he's wearing a very expensive suit and introduces himself as the boss, then I shouldn't assume that the lady standing next to him in jeans is not the boss. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as I'm given a reason, like I know that, like the guy's got a title on his door or something. Okay.
43 and 44, I really love. 43 is make a round of tea for the office.
Are we in Britain?
And wait. And number 44, wash it up. Make tea for everybody and then clean.
I know women who hate tea. They like if it's not coffee, it's not going in my body kind of thing. So yeah, no.
Not bitches like tea, apparently.
Also, women can make their own tea if they like, because God knows there's enough flavors you're going to get it wrong for somebody.
If you're only interviewing men for a role, rewrite the job listing so that it's more welcoming for women. So if you have a job posting and only men post their resumes, change the wording so that you can get a bitch in there.
How can you change the cleaning of septic tanks to sound more like to sound more attractive to women?
Put in there sometimes you find jewelry.
Oh, sorry,
that was sexist.
I'm just wondering, like, how do you make a 60% chance of dying on the job like sound more appealing to women? It's just I don't get how you make that just.
I don't know, but we need to figure it out so we can make life easier for women, dude.
Tell them that there's free makeup at the bottom of the sewer. I don't know.
There you go.
Satsu's honey pot cleaner.
Oh, gross.
Let's see what we got here. Tell female colleagues what your salary is.
Why?
So you can cause problems at the workplace?
Exactly.
Oh, well, that in this day and age, what'll happen is you'll tell them what your salary is, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm making way more than that."
Oh,
and then
yeah,
you can go to the department and be like, "Yeah, inequality."
Oh, thank you, Terry Diamantis. Just end every job listing with, quote, bitches welcome.
Yeah, bitches welcome. Come on down.
Or just say, we are an equal opportunity employer like every company should be because that's the fucking law.
Don't schedule breakfast meetings during the school run.
Your kids, your choice.
Here's another one of my favorites. If you manage a team, make sure that your employees know that you recognize period pain and cystitis as legitimate reasons for a sick day.
Oh God.
That flies right in the face of the I can do everything you can do bleeding. Have you seen these things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you have sick time at work, you just have to file it. You don't have to give a reason. You don't have, because what we kids in school is like, I need to raise my hand and tell you why I need to go in the hall monitor. Like, come on.
No. See, what you're missing is that this is additional sick time. Say everybody in the company gets 2 weeks a year.
Yeah.
Period pain doesn't count for that 2 weeks.
Oh.
Because bitches are equal.
Kind of like that chick who wanted to take maternity leaves.
Oh,
yes,
God.
Yes. Eternity.
Maternity, yeah.
Let's see. If you have a strict boss or mom or teacher who is a woman, she is not a bitch. Grow up.
Can I have a mom who's not a woman?
Yeah, apparently, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, right. I got a mom. Okay, but she's still a woman.
Yes.
So can I have a mom who's not a woman?
Some women are bitches.
No. I'm just because the way the question was formed is very odd. If you have a mom who is a woman, like, well, is there a state where? Never mind. I got my point across.
No, I got you. But remember, they also had strict boss or teacher in there. So the mom part, I think they just worded I think CNN helped them write.
Chris Saliza is responsible for this message.
Expect a woman to do the stuff in her job description, not the other miscellaneous shit you don't know how to do yourself.
Oh, well, here's the thing, guys. If you work at a small company, you're wearing more than one hat. Let me just tell you that right now. My job description may say X, but if they need you to do Y and you've got the free time and hands, you're going to do Y. And you're going to learn something from it. It's not a bad thing.
I need your help on this one, guys, because I don't understand how this is.
You're a woman?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In a question and answer session, only put your hand up if you have a question. Others didn't attend to listen to you. Where's the sex part of that?
Wait. In a question and answer session, don't put your hand up unless you have a question?
Only put your hand up if you have a question.
Well,
not if you have an answer, because don't nobody want to hear you answer any questions, because men don't know shit. Let women answer. You ask the questions.
What if you have an answer?
No, you don't. If you have a dick, you don't have an answer. That's how it works.
What if my dick is the answer? Like, I need someone to have sex with me. I have an answer. But no?
Okay.
Thank you, Sanguine. AV is going to get confusing. RJD, lesbian, AV. What? I don't know what these things mean. AV? What's AV? When I see RJD, I think of Robert Downey Jr. or something, even though I know it's RDJ, but I don't know what those mean. Okay, but I'll read it. I'll read it anyway. AV is going to get confusing. RJD, lesbian, AV. Everyone who has a peen and straight porn now hires women in the male roles, so some of it is girl on girl.
Well, yeah, if you hire women for porn as the male actor, then yeah, it's going to be lesbian.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, this one comes right after the other one. Well, it's a few down. If you see women with their hands up, put yours down. This can be taken as a metaphor for a lot of things. Think about it.
What if their hands are up because they're being robbed at a bank?
You leave them alone.
Oh, I keep my hands
Adult
down.
video is AV.
Oh, adult video. Sorry, I don't. Sorry, I don't know what those mean. Riley J. Dennis. Oh, maybe I don't know. Sorry, guys.
Yikes.
Let's see what else we have.
When I see AV, I think of audio visual. Riley J. Okay, Riley J. Dennis. All right.
Dad.
Sorry.
Go ahead. You first.
Thank you, Sanguine. Adult vids, YouTube didn't like porn more than once.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They need to stop censoring stuff. They give us the tools to do it. Let us do it. Dads, buy your daughter's tampons. Make her hot water bottles. Wash her bras. Show her that her body isn't something to be ashamed of.
That's creepy.
Or
really creepy.
you could teach her to do it herself.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, as a dad, I once found my teenage daughter's panties, and I am still traumatized by it. I don't go near her fucking laundry because I don't want to know.
Monkey's got PTSD, panty-traumatic stress disorder.
As a dad, the moment that you find, because I remember when she was little and she had, like little cartoon panties, like those are cute, and then she has adult panties, like no,
Oh, those French cut lacy things,
dude. Don't even. I will mute you. I will fucking mute you. For the record, I don't have a problem buying tampons or anything because I don't care. Examine how domestic labor is divided in your home. Who does the cleaning, the childcare, the organizing, the meal budgeting? Sons, this one goes for you too.
Oh, well, who stays home the most and who's out earning money for the family?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter if you're out earning money for the family. You still need to do your part at home, which is 50-50, even if she doesn't work.
Okay.
That's equality.
That math don't work for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so 50 of this paycheck was you.
This one is interesting. Challenge the patriarchs in your religious group when they enable the oppression of women.
Oh, I can't wait to see that happen at the mosque.
Yeah, no shit. You people need to stop talking about my daughter's panties in the chat. I'm seriously traumatized. I cannot tell you how disturbing that day was.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Examine who books your trips, arranges outing, organizes Christmas, buys birthday cards. Is it a woman? Is it?
Is it? Is it?
And if it is a woman and she enjoys doing that, tell that bitch she don't get to do it no more because you're taking over. It doesn't matter if she likes it.
My wife does all of that stuff because I have no memory.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you're disabled, so you get a pass.
Let's see. Don't assume that all women are attracted to men.
Until shown otherwise.
Don't assume that 99% of the population is 99% of the population.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must assume that the 1% is the majority because math.
Don't assume that a woman in public wants you to talk to her just because she's in public. No, that's not what people do. See, this one really annoys me because it's the, if I'm in public and I have my earbuds in, don't talk to me. Fuck you. You're in public. Sometimes people are going to talk to you. If that's a problem for you, keep your ass home.
Well, the number one issue that I have with that is the notion that people talk to people in public specifically because they're in public. They're like, oh, well, this person is in public, so that's the only reason I'm going to speak to them. It's like, no, maybe that person is interesting. Maybe they're reading something that you have read before too. Maybe you think you recognize them. Like, it's not just, well, we're in a public place. Everyone's free game. It's like, no, that's not how people typically operate.
Yeah. If a woman tells you she was raped, assaulted, or abused, don't ask for proof. Ask how you can support her. What if she tells you she was robbed?
Yeah.
What if she tells you she was murdered? Are you allowed to ask then?
I was murdered. Like, oh.
All right.
I know who killed me.
Let's get those funeral arrangements together.
Okay, ready for this one? Repeat after me. And each of these is its own sentence, by the way. Always hold men accountable for their actions.
But never hold women accountable.
Never.
For their
Ever.
Yeah.
No.
Don't walk close to women late at night. That shit can be scary.
Weebo's talking
No,
about crotchless panties in the chat.
Oh, I don't want to know what her grandma's doing right now.
No.
I'm a dude. I don't like anybody walking close to me late at night.
Right.
Keep some distance, because if you get too close, I'll turn around and hit you.
Hey, with what?
What, baby?
What if they touch the monkey butt?
They touch the monkey butt. There's going to be a murder.
Oh.
Let's see. If you see a woman being followed or otherwise bothered by a stranger, stick around to make sure she's safe.
No, completely ignore
Nice,
it
would you
because
like-
that's none of your business, remember?
Yeah,
Women,
we're not supposed to talk to women in public.
yeah, you shouldn't assume that women need your help just because you're a man.
Oh,
They just
right.
hang around creepily watching.
So we're at the bottom of the hour, and Weebo wants in so she can harass you, monkey.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to read a couple more of these as we go, though.
Okay.
Number 91. I don't know how I got number 2 there. Oh, Jesus fuck. Get STD tested regularly without having to be asked.
Okay.
That's probably just if you're sticking your dick in shit you're not aware of. That's just a good idea.
Stick your dick in dog shit. England EG, thank you. The reality is women have to wear diapers at least once a month for most of their entire lives. So you wonder why they act like babies. Oh,
Well, that's a good one, because this next one is understand not all women have periods or vaginas.
oh, for God's sakes.
Oh God. If a woman if a woman accidentally bleeds on you, try your absolute best to just keep your shit together.
Well, after I punch her in the face?
Okay,
Apparently.
well, yeah, just like a woman would do if I accidentally puked on her. Yeah, I'm sure she'd be like, okay, that's
Okay.
it's fine.
Well, guys, we're at the bottom of the hour, last half hour of the show. So if you have questions, comments, conspiracy theories, answers, whatever, post them in the chat. Put plenty of question marks after it so we know it's for us and not just a chat comment to each other. And we will move on from there. Faith is abdication.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Faith is abdication says, so is she saying, is this is authored by a woman, I take it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so she is saying women are riddled with STDs, question mark?
Yes, you gotta get your shit tested.
Yeah.
Priest is how do you accidentally bleed on someone? A woman can start her period during sex.
It's true.
It happens.
You
Not
won't
only
know
that-
it probably till it's over, but
Yeah.
Like it's happened to a friend of mine where a chick she got on her period and didn't know, and she was like sitting on his lap.
Yep. Yeah.
a wild Weebo appears.
Hey, monkey.
Real quick. Wait. Hang on.
No.
Understand that disabled women are whole sexual beings.
Wait, what?
Whole?
Understand that disabled women are whole sexual beings.
What if she doesn't have an arm or is missing a leg or a few IQ points?
Or cut off at the vagina.
That too. Like, what if she got a hysterectomy?
She's still a whole. Well, is that really disabled?
You can no longer have children.
Oh, so technically, yes.
It's technically disabled. Yeah, disability.
Did Monkey just cut Weebo short? No,
Yeah.
Life did that too.
Oh!
He muted me, I'll have you know.
Oh.
Scribe,
How do you know that was me?
because it says right there, Ranting Monkey muted you.
I feel like you're lying.
I can take a fucking
Wait,
screenshot.
she said a thing. You have to believe her, monkey.
That's
I
true.
have a screenshot. I just took it and I will
Oh.
put it on fucking Twitter. Bitch,
Oh, no.
I got receipts. Don't test me.
Oh shit!
That's two women calling you a bitch now.
God damn. So, how are you, Weebo?
She can't answer at the moment.
Oh no!
I have some serious questions for Monkey. All right,
Uh-oh.
Monkey.
Sure.
Your daughter's panties, were they like a G-string or like edible?
I don't think about my daughter's panties because I'm not weird.
But you think about my grandma.
Oh, your grandma's panties. I want to get it in there and lick all around.
So question.
Are you going to try to have a gross out conversation with Ranting
Yeah.
Monkey?
Yeah, I am.
I think that's going to work out well for you, honey.
So string bikini?
I would get up in your grandma and just tunnel in there.
You two. Okay, here's the deal. Okay, for every volley you give each other, you have to stop and read at least one question from chat. Okay, we're not going to completely ignore chat, even though I want to hear you guys So think of your dirty dozens, but before you do one, you have to pay by reading a question from chat. Okay, that's the deal. Go for it.
Jesus. George Mason says, so are JF's girls whole sexual women?
Oh, damn.
Well played. Well played.
Jean-Francois.
Jean-Francois. Your boy Pat says, this is a losing battle, Weebo. I'm a disgusting motherfucker. I really am.
You don't think I'm also very disgusting?
I'm sure you are, but you're a kid.
No.
Yeah, but my
I
BDSM
was born
quiz
this way.
was more interesting than your vanilla shit. So let's just
What vanilla shit?
your BDSM quiz.
Oh, vanilla, like licking your grandma's laurels?
Oh.
So
Damn.
were they classic briefs or French cut panties? Monkey, just curious.
Oh, your grandma came at me naked.
Ah.
Hipsters, thongs, G-strings, C-strings. There's so many strings. You know, you can floss with that shit.
I could do that with your grandma's pubes, too.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Brazilian briefs, tap pants.
What
Like,
are tap
how
pants?
easy is it?
What's a tap pant?
Through, how easy is it
All
to
right.
see what kind of panties are they through? What are they called? Yoga pants. Just curious.
You guys are missing the deal. Read a chat question if you're going to start making comments. Weebo, it's your
I've read
turn.
several.
I know, it's Weebo's turn. She's got to do some questions.
Okay. Where did you get the Cleopatra costume from?
Who asked the question, Weebo?
Death Hurricane.
There you go.
My grandmother got me the thing. Shut up. My grandma got me that, and she also got me some of the jewelry as well. She brought it all the way back from Cario, by the way. And then do you want me to do a second one?
Yeah, you've earned at least 4 or 5 at this point.
Let's see. So
I don't think she's earned any.
Yeah, well.
how do you feel about Monkey want to get on with your grandma from BG? Well, it's not as weird as, him seeing his daughter's underwear. That's a little bit freaky.
Don't forget, I don't want to just hit grandma. I want to start with grandma and work my way down.
Yeah.
So you want to do my dad next?
I want to see if you feel like your grandma.
God damn. Monkey.
Whoa! God damn.
My turn to
you are
read.
struggling
Let's see.
at this.
Yeah, monkey's turn. Monkey's turn.
Wait.
Data says we need Scribbles in 7 Days to Die as the butler. How about it, Scribe? That would be sweet to have him at the house keeping everything in order.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not really big on multiplayer games, but I've been thinking about maybe trying it. I don't know. We'll see.
It'll be fun, Scribe.
We'll see.
Let's see. Devil Fruit Zero says, "Wow, I'm disgusted. Keep going."
I'm trying to keep my diet going. Keep talking.
There
So
you go.
wait.
You got a super chat. Super chat wins.
Thank you, Cryptic. Saggy titties where the skin flows on the sides. Oh God.
So
That's just more to lick.
Monkey. I got a serious question. Since you want to work your way down, you're gonna start with saggy vagina and tits, and then go on to the 50-foot meaty schlong. Is that how it is? If that's the case, then you're gonna totally be the bottom bitch. I'm just saying.
Thank you, England DG. Women age. That's why you should buy flour. Oh, God.
Hey, old bitches need love too.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why they invented Viagra.
Yeah, but the Viagra for women isn't like a thing though. So.
Oh, that's a good question. Does your grandma have varicose veins on her titties?
I don't know. Let's ask my grandfather. Her loving husband of 55 years.
What would it take to get your grandma on stream?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. And not just because I don't want you to flirt with my grandma, but also because I'm kind of trying to keep my internet YouTube life and my real life separate from each other.
Why was your grandma in Egypt?
She traveled the world like 8 times.
So I can go around the world on her?
Oh.
Are you calling my grandma a fat monkey?
That does.
No, that's not what that means.
That's a squishy question right there.
Yeah, that's like an SDA kind of thing right there.
Yo, she took that goalpost, put it in a cannon, and shot that bitch.
So wait. You would get with my grandma. whose vagina is practically falling out as we speak.
Well, that's why we go around the world. I mean, we hit all 3 holes.
Oh,
You start with the
but
loosest one.
Here's the thing. At this point, at this juncture, because it's so loose down there, there's practically
Wait,
breakers down there.
How do you know how loose your grandma's vagina is?
Oh God. Okay.
What the
I
hell do
hear
you do
about
at
it,
family
though.
reunions?
This stream is
grandmother talked
demonetized like yesterday already
well,
because
that time is apparently a bit intimate.
Oh shit!
Attic Rack says, will grandma wear that black frilly thing Monkey likes so much?
What black frilly thing?
You know the one.
You know, she knows.
Hang on.
she knows
For the
hashtag.
record,
What?
I'm just going to claim victory here because she's
don't
been
know.
completely thrown off her game.
Mm-hmm.
No, I actually.
Her
I
subject is gone. We're
don't
totally
know.
on the loose grandma vagina now.
Oh,
What is the black frilly thing?
Your grandma.
Oh my
I'm not sure what the black frilly thing is because honestly, I'm not a fan of lingerie. I like naked.
Gotcha. Okay, so I have one last question, but it's from the chat. Did you find pubes in the panties when you looked?
oh.
Which one? My daughters? I didn't look that close. I just saw them and turned and walked away.
Gotcha. Were like they soaking?
Is that what you guys do? If you find panties, you look for pubes?
No, you sniff them.
Is that how you know your grandma's so loose? All the hairs falling?
Hang on. Why were the panties out? Were they like sitting in the sink soaking because like that flow was heavy and the pad was small?
No, they just ended up in our laundry somehow. They like ended up left in the washer when ours got put in.
Oh no, panties in the wash.
Weebo's grandma is black. Is your grandma black? She's Egyptian, right?
No, she's just been to Egypt more times than Radio 1 has.
How many times has your granddad gone around the world?
Oh.
Same amount of times that she has.
Well, I would imagine that's the case.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Seriously, what is around the world?
You just said a minute ago.
Around the world is hitting all 3 stops: mouth, pussy, anus.
Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Yeah, and you just said your
No,
grandma
they're-
likes it a lot. And your grandpa
Yeah.
does it.
8 times she did it with her
Now
grandpa.
I really want to see your grandma.
Thank you, England DG. Sex is like golf. When you are young, you are great at driving. When you age, you learn how to putt from the green, the close approach. Jesus.
You know, when I said around the world, I mean she literally won like 8 world cruises to
Yes.
various destinations.
We got it. That's what made Monkey's joke so funny.
So
Gotcha.
she was wet? Just saying. Okay. This stream went around the block and got mugged. Yeah, it did.
Yikes.
Minding Freedom says Monkey's degeneracy always cheers me up.
Honestly, same.
What is the
Well.
capital of Egypt again, Weebo? Did I miss something there?
Cairo? Isn't it? Right?
Cairo.
Did I
don't know.
say it and spell it wrong?
I suck at
How did you
geography.
spell it? How'd you spell it?
Well, I can't remember. I'm like retarded, remember?
Okay.
She hasn't been able to read since 3rd grade.
Oh, that's right.
and miraculously, though, I can write perfectly fine, except no, I can't.
Monkey is the dark side of YouTube.
Mm.
Only now and then. Welcome to Lords of the Night. Satsu says bad comic reviews.
Thank you.
He's
by
been
the way,
around.
That's happy streaming now that you're part of the team. Hi.
Thank you. Thank you very
Have you
much.
two ever talked before?
Yeah, I've talked to Weebo a couple times.
Yeah, I know, but I never formally like. You're here now. Congratulations.
Thank you. I am enjoying this very thoroughly.
White girl has to validate you.
Yeah.
No, not just any white girl. The cave beast.
Well, I thrive off the validation of white bitches, so.
No.
I
Me
bet
too.
you
Weebo, has your grandma ever been to Bangkok?
I think so, maybe.
One night in Bangkok makes the heart man humble.
Oh my god.
Okay, do we have real questions now?
Real question.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
Should I trademark Cave Beast?
You could.
I'm thinking about it. Just for shits and giggles.
Do it. Do it.
Let's see. Terry Diamante says, Weebo Jones, there's no shame in losing to the best. You put up a good fight, but Monkey wins. Because I'm a disgusting motherfucker.
Also, I'm a very naive child. With experience and time, I will soon
I
become the
told
master.
you.
I have to say, flossing with granny pubes is probably the most disgusting thing I've heard in recent,
They're wiry. It works.
I don't. Here's the thing, though. My grandmother is not very hairy, so I don't think she has any pubes.
Could you ask her for me?
Poor monkey. I'll get right on that. Next time she
God.
calls me and we have our weekly conversation. Hi, Grandma. I'm sorry, I call her Nana, actually. Hi, Nana. Can you tell me about your pubic hair, please and thank you?
No, you gotta come at her on some gangster shit, man. She too old for that childish stuff.
She's very talkative, so she would go on like a really long-winded tangent about,
All right. Okay. Jesse Definic Fox, what is everyone's worst fear? Let's try to get back on track slightly.
Closed spaces. Claustrophobia is my worst fear.
Weebo.
lack of control.
Oh.
Ooh.
Satsu.
Really deep water.
I have a deep-seated fear of paralysis.
Oh, yeah. Good one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, good one. Yeah, it's a good fear. Thank you, Gregory Hurst. Monkey, feed your puppy to Nana's snapping turtle. Callback.
Good callback.
Giggity.
Grisella says, Scribe Light, have you read the story of the Jason Voorhees statue in a Minnesota lake? Yeah, actually, I did. Somebody put a Jason Voorhees statue at the bottom of a lake in Minnesota. So if you're swimming around down there, you don't know it, you're going to run into like Jason Voorhees at the bottom of the lake, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 trolling right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he did in, what was it, 5 when he's in the lake?
Yeah, something like that.
It's really an awesome looking statue, too.
Yeah. Let's see. Green Death, falling from a high place and hitting the ground, then not dying. Yeah, that would be bad.
Ouch. That's very
I am
specific.
afraid of heights, too, but claustrophobia is worse.
I'm not really afraid of heights, but like even if I'm playing a video game and I'm in like deep water, like when I used to play Grand Theft Auto 5, if I like fell out of a plane and I was in deep water, I quit. I'm like, nah, I got to start over. I can't fucking do this. Like just swimming back is unsettling for me because I'm like, I don't know, man. And when you look down, like the whole concept of looking down in the water and not seeing anything terrifies the fuck out of me.
Isn't it? That is kind of weird. You know, it was. I remember when I was a kid, I was right in the back of my dad's truck, and we're driving somewhere. It was a really sunny day, and I was looking up at the sky, and it was like a clear blue sky. And for whatever reason, my child mind was like imagining the reverse, where I was actually strapped to the bottom of a plane and looking down at the ocean. Oh. And just the sense of like vastness and nowhere to go kind of thing scared the shit out of me.
Wait, so like how deep is too deep?
I don't know.
Too deep is you can't see anything below you. That's too damn deep.
But like, what if the water is just really murky?
I mean, even that's unsettling. Like I've been in like, maybe like a lake or some shit like that, or seen like, and when you can't see what's down there, that fucks with me, man. Like even if it's shallow, I'm just like,
when Weebo like said, when is deep too deep, I was like, when I can't hit bottom.
Because I asked, because I'm like, I've been swimming my entire life, and really deep water, maybe like 10 feet to say 20 feet, has never been really intimidating to me at all, even if I couldn't see the bottom. Because, you always just float up, right?
I mean, yeah, but still, I'm more concerned about what I can't see.
Let's see. Rai Terrapin says, Satsu, have you ever tried fried chicken using Cool Ranch Doritos?
Oh, it's the crust?
As the crust? No,
I've done baked chicken with crust, like regular, like cheese Doritos, nacho cheese Doritos, whatever. And that shit's really good. Yeah, that shit's on point.
Have you ever made like really good chili?
I've never actually made homemade chili.
I
myself.
have a fantastic recipe that you can totally doctor, and you'd love it.
Well, send that shit to me, and I'll upload it on my channel because I do cooking videos.
I'll hit you up. I got you.
Thank you, England DG. I have a deep-seated fear of my fellow man, most of whom are okay to take from me without contributing as long as it benefits them. People are scary. Yeah, it's true.
Well, this stream just got a whole lot more depressing.
Yeah, the most dangerous game is mankind.
Let's go back to my grandmother and
Ah.
So traumatized to talk about grandma humping.
Bad comic reviews. Is Gumbo made out of the human victims of witch doctors?
What the fuck?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Depends on which one
What's
you
a
buy.
gumbo?
Yeah, gumbo.
What's a gumbo? Is it like a soup?
It's a
Yeah.
stew. Yeah, more or less.
So it's a cereal?
Yes.
If you eat it in the morning.
If you eat it in the morning.
In the morning, in the evening, ain't we got gumbo?
Why ain't that a thing? Why isn't gumbo flavored cereal a thing?
Ugh.
What
They should have
is-
gumbo
like,
flavored toothpaste.
What do they put in gumbo? It sounds delicious.
It's sausage, and it's usually really spicy.
Seafood.
Sausage and vegetables, and sometimes seafood, depending on the kind of gumbo, like crawfish and that kind of thing.
Delicious. I need
Yeah.
12.
Yes.
Devil Fruit Zero says, "Is it racist or weird that I'm afraid of Islam women, I mean Islamic women, wearing their black burqa because I feel I am being attacked by a ninja due to video games?"
The beauty of
You've been conditioned, so yes, blame video games for your Islamophobia. Let's see. Pat, your boy Pat says, "We got gumbo every Friday where I work. Is it good gumbo? Because I've had bad gumbo, and that's no good."
I've never had it, man. I want to try it.
I will give you my mailing address.
Prospero says, "Sausage, seafood, roe, okra, Holy Trinity, rice." Okay.
Ooh.
If there is no crayfish, then it is not gumbo, says Academic Cup. You're probably right. I have had canned, like Campbell's soup type gumbo before. It doesn't have crawfish in it. It's nice and spicy, but yeah, it is lacking something. I've had actual New Orleans, Louisiana gumbo. That stuff's bomb. Data Wasteland. Speaking of gum, does Weebo's Nana still have her teeth? Gumming feels the best.
Yeah,
Data Wasteland, the fuck, dude.
She still has her teeth.
Are they in
Sorry
a jar
to
next to her
take that
bed?
experience in your head from you.
Ugh. Let's see. Pat says it's the best. Lots of meat. Good.
I like meat.
Oh yeah. You do.
So we've heard.
Reterrapin says, Scribe, have you ever worked in advertising? I enjoyed your ads when you did them. I've been asked that multiple times. No, I've never worked in advertising. I never. Yeah, that's the short and true answer. I've never worked in advertising.
In other words, he missed his calling.
Have you ever worked in advertising?
No, I haven't.
Are you sure?
I'm well. I mean, if I'm getting paid to do ad copy, and I have been now, I suppose in a way, I have now worked in advertising, but not officially as a career or something that I worked for an actual company. No,
You could put that on your resume.
I know
could.
a guy.
I could. Yeah.
If you wanted to get into that field, I got you.
Into advertising,
Yeah.
you work for an advertising agency?
No, I'm just saying I know a guy.
Oh, you know a guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
don't work for anybody. I'm jobless.
does this person work in silly, ridiculous, and gross advertisements made on the fly by a failed English major?
No, he's like a legit advertiser. That's what he does for a living.
Oh, well, you should play for him some of the ads I've written because I have a few and see what he says. I'd be curious
Dudley
what an
Moore?
actual what?
I said, is it Dudley Moore?
Oh, if
Oh,
only.
it's my ex stepfather actually.
Oh, okay. Well, you know where to find my ads. I'd actually be curious to know what an actual ad executive thinks of my ad copy, even if it's only just like a quick review or a quick comment.
Okay, I'm gonna tag you guys in something.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, is it gonna be like the naked yoga thing again?
Yeah, please don't.
No, it's actually live footage of Weebo.
What?
Live footage of Weebo.
I'm sorry.
I found live footage of Weebo actually
Uh-oh.
revealing her secret weapon.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, when are you going to send this out?
I'm doing it right now.
I'm about to. Warm it up, Chris. What you're supposed to do.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Yo.
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh man, this is gonna be a doozy. It's gonna be a
Okay,
doozy.
the build up, this hype is kind of almost outliving The Last Jedi at this point, so you better hurry up.
I already did.
I don't see it. You tagged me? Oh, there it is.
It's on.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Lord.
no! What the
Nice.
fuck?
When she
That's awesome.
asked what you bring to the table.
FYI, I'm on
What the fuck? And this is on YouTube. And he wiggles it around.
He hits her in the face.
He mushroom stamps her. What is this from?
I don't even know. I saw it on Facebook. Weebo, you are a dangerous person.
That's amazing.
Oh shit.
actual footage of my actual schlong.
Uh-huh.
How did that stay on YouTube for more than 10 minutes? Oh, wait, Logan Paul. Never mind.
And confirm.
Oh, my God. Yeah, okay. Anybody watching in the chat later on? Yeah, that probably shouldn't be on YouTube, but, just warning you. I mean, it is fake all the same. It's something that I would expect YouTube to drop. R. Terrapin says, Scribe, as an ex-advertisement specialist, they were pretty damn good. Well, thank you.
Oh, nice.
I have no idea, honestly. It's just I don't have any experience in it. All I know advertisements that I've heard over the course of my life or seen movie trailers and stuff. So there you go. Appreciate it. Straight Sith Male says, and yes, Satsu, I love your cooking videos. Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Michael
You
Hatfield,
and all other three people. I'm glad for you guys.
Michael Hatfield says mushroom stamps. That was great. Hey, that's what it's called.
Do you work on presentation as like taste, or is it like a give and take for your videos?
Wait, as far as it's not really. It's just cooking on a budget. Essentially, is the premise.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's just like, this is how I cook it. You can tweak this recipe however you want, or you can replicate it, whatever. But if you do replicate it or, tweak it, then send me a picture because I want to see. But, it's just me cooking because I cook damn near every day for Squishy, so.
I'm hungry now.
3-minute warning, everybody. Grisella says, what did I just watch?
Live footage.
You watch quality footage and quality content on YouTube.
That is my sex life.
Data Wasteland says Tremors. Very good.
Nice.
Very good. Graboids. Graboids.
Even Pat said yikes.
I know, right? Even Pat was shocked. Shocked, I tell you.
I told you, y'all underestimated the power of Weebo's penis.
So as we get to the end of the show, guys, just a reminder, tomorrow night we are on Monkey's channel per usual. Are you guys 7 days to dying after the stream?
No, I'm going.
No,
to
Friday,
Okay.
Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting your schedule.
I do want to remind anybody who missed it early. Well, I guess I'm not reminding them. Let everybody know if you were planning on playing with me and Satsu tomorrow, that has been canceled. I forgot I have a doctor's appointment. We will set it up so we can play with everybody soon.
Yeah. Weebo, while you're here, do you have anything you'd like to plug or any videos you'd like to talk about having made recently, real quick?
Yeah, the video I made and put up yesterday was like 57 minutes long, and it's a savagery fest, man. That kind of footage, that kind of content should be a little bit illegal because I feel a little bit bad after posting it.
Uh-oh. All right, guys.
He made a follow-up, actually, and he took some of my advice. He didn't address any of my points that I made, but he took my advice.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Your boy Pat says, you really do like meat, Weebo.
Yeah, I do.
Let's see. Data Wasteland
like
says
Grandma.
that's the movie Dune. Yes, that was one of the sandworms for sure. Prospero says, feel better, monkey. Hope all goes well at doctor's appointment.
Oh, thanks. Basically, the best I can hope for tomorrow is maybe a change to my medicine. It's just a follow-up, sadly.
They're not going to electrocute you again and try to get that shit out of you for a little while.
Sadly, no.
Okay. Well, we've hit the end of the road, guys. So, chat, thank you so much for coming out tonight, as you always do. Thank you for the donations. You're so very generous. Moderators, young sung heroes of the stream, thank you so much for keeping an eye on things. Let's see, again, tomorrow night on Monkey's channel. I don't think your doctor's appointment will throw that off, will it?
No, I should be home in time for that.
Okay. Let's see. Monkey, Satsu, thank you for joining me as always. Weebo, thank you for coming on and shit-talking Monkey for a little while and joining in on the chat questions.
My pleasure.
And everyone, as always, your lives make us sad. We will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Kindly fuck off.
Oh, for
Say
fuck's
bye,
sake.
Weebo.
Bye.
Bye.